Welcome to Not All Business, a podcast by two former CEOs who went from competitors to friends. I'm Blakely Graham, and my co-host is Heather Cooper. And we're joined in person by our producer, Clay Cornell. That's right, in person. It's our first in-person show. Clay is real.
I'm real.
He's real, and Blakely's studio is real. I'm so excited to be here with you.
It is different.
You're so soft. She's very soft.
That is only something you could say on an in-person episode.
I know. It's very exciting, right?
Yeah, and odd. It's odd.
It's a little
But
odd.
it's okay.
I came out. I touched your arm, and you must use hand lotion.
I do. Do you like my teleprompter
I
that I
do.
brought? So
Carry that around your house and like.
I actually have 5 of these.
Oh my God.
5 different colors, one for each person in the house. This is where I keep their to-do lists. All right, I'm going to get straight to it, guys. Today, we're talking about building culture, but not the fluffy, feel-good version. We're getting into the practical, uncomfortable, dirty work that actually makes cultures stick.
Not all business.
All right, we're back. This is our first in-person ever recording. And because of that, we have invited our guest early into the studio to chat with Heather and I. Yay. So I'm going to go right off the bat and introduce her. Her name is Nicole Christensen. She is the founder and driving force behind CrossFit Roots in Boulder, Colorado. Nicole is a recognized leader in the global CrossFit community who started her coaching career in the Northern Virginia Swim League, worked to make coaching her profession. You can find her on the shop floor daily, working with youth through to youth. Thank goodness I have a teleprompter. She works with youth through to adult athletes from beginner to elite. But this is where I need to take it personal, full disclosure. I've actually known Nicole for years. Our son was her ring bearer.
Aww.
I knew her when she made the leap from corporate to opening up a gym. I watched her build something remarkable at a time where she would present it to her business plan to multiple people who shot her down, rejected it, said it wasn't going to work. And she literally went on to build one of the top performing CrossFit gyms in the country, if not the world. I wonder. We'll ask her. This was all happening during my second pregnancy with Lula. And Nicole asked me, she asked me when I was ready if she could help me rebuild my fitness and like kind of take me through postpartum and the recovery through my C-section. So I showed up to her gym. This is just weeks after she opened it. And it was week 6 after my surgery. My daughter is now 16 and I'm still at her gym. So when Nicole talks about building culture that lasts, I've lived it. And that's exactly what we're here to discuss. So Nicole, welcome to Not All Business.
Thank you.
Wow, we're so excited,
I'm excited
to have
to be
you
here.
So excited. I'm gonna
This
put
is way better in person.
Oh, right?
I wouldn't if I was like on the computer. Like I'm happy to be here.
I agree.
It's
I am
fun
so
here.
excited
Thanks for
about
saying
the
that.
potential of this. And so much that this is my first episode where I'm going to take off my glasses.
What?
I know, and I put my teleprompter away, which also has like questions for Nicole. So we're going to wing it.
Uh-oh.
But I think it might be fun since there are so many like gym fiascos and, we're gym rats, I guess. I don't know. That we should maybe just start the episode. Let's just talk about gym disasters. And I have one that I would like to bring up.
Okay.
And I have,
Blakely's gonna kick us off.
I have
hate
probably
this
20.
topic.
Well, we've already talked about the one that I'm going to bring up on the show before. I'm going to retell this story because I think it's important for Nicole to hear.
Agreed.
You know what I'm talking about, right?
I do. Yeah.
So Heather and I, we're still brand new. We're like still dating. In fact, if we count how many times we've been in person together, this might only be like 5?
Four.
Wow. I know. It's
Wow.
easy. Yeah.
That's why I was surprised by how soft your hands are. I never touched them.
Film again.
Again.
So good.
Sorry.
I went up to her house for a photo shoot, right? So
That's right.
Yeah,
Okay, so
a
maybe
photo
5.
shoot.
Yeah.
And I was telling her about like our push-up challenge. Like we do 20 push-ups every day at the house. And I don't even remember how it came up. I think I was telling you what you should do is start bench pressing. And
Right.
She's like, I've got a tonal in my room. Do you know what a tonal is?
It's like an on-the-wall weight system.
Got it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. She's like, here, show me how to press or something.
You were, because I can't do a
remember.
push-up. Okay, so that's where we're starting.
We can
I
fix
can't.
that.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Well, that's
Yeah.
what she said.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Anyway, and so she
my gosh.
said,
And we're off.
she said, if you want to do a full push-up,
Yeah.
I can do a knees push-up. Okay, I'm not calling it girls push-up anymore. We're doing away with that language, but a knee on my knees push-up, and I wanted to do a real one on my toes. And so then you said I had to bench press my weight.
My
which
weight.
is
No, not my
crazy.
total weight. So here's what Scott, who's
Okay.
a physics nerd, he said, I don't know if I've ever told you this part. He goes, get out a scale. Because I'm like, how much do I need to bench to be able to do a push-up?
push-up.
He
Okay.
goes,
Yeah.
get out a scale and do like a plank on the scale.
Oh, that's right.
And the weight of that plank is going to be the strength that you need to have of your bench. Right. So for me, I don't know. I weighed, I don't remember. It was like
How much
100.
do you weigh?
I weigh
I'm
like,
kidding.
it was like 150.
I'm joking. Okay.
And
Nothing
She's
wrong with
actually
that.
slipped
See-
it into conversation before.
I'm not shy.
have-
I'm
Well,
just
Well,
but so
it
shouldn't be.
that's a CrossFit thing because
Yeah.
we do things like that would make most people at a regular gym just be appalled and it would be like so rude and like that's private.
Yeah.
But like we do workouts where it's like use 75% of your body weight. So then, or
Then
use
you
your body weight. And so
kinda
then
know.
if you do it RX or if you do it as it's written on the board,
Yeah.
then everybody knows your body weight.
Right.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we just rip the Band-Aid off.
You
We
gotta
don't-
rip the Band-Aid.
It doesn't matter. Like
Yeah, but
we don't care about what
also-
you weigh. We care about like
Yes.
your muscles,
The
your strength.
definition. Well,
Not
that's
even the
thing.
definition.
No,
We
tell
want-
me.
Yeah, we care more about what you can do with your body.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Right?
Yeah.
Nice.
I like that.
You can do lots of
It's
things
not
with your
judgmental.
body.
I can do so many things.
Well, it's
with my
No,
body.
it's judgmental. Because if you can't do a push up, we're gonna be like, oh, we got to work on that. So there's judging, but it's like
I'm
supportive
feeling
judgment.
it. I feel
Supportive
it.
judgment.
Okay.
It's supportive judgment.
Yes.
All right.
I like it.
All I know is I struggled with a push-up for the last 15 years. And I've been going to the gym for 15 years. And I'm like, okay, what is the block? What do I need to get out of this block? And so Scott's like, whatever, weigh yourself. And it was like 90 pounds was like the fulcrum of the physics. And so I'm like, that is what I'm going to do. And so I started benching every single week. And I started, my 1 rep max was like 155 or 55. Shit, I'm so wrong. 55. And then now I can bench almost the 90 that I
Nice.
needed.
Yeah.
So then I started I all of a sudden like got my
Yes.
push-up. So I was at Nicole,
Yay.
I was at Heather's house
Mhm.
and she like took her tonal. It's like one of those ironing boards on the wall
Yeah,
that you bring
okay, I've
down.
seen
She
it,
bring
yeah.
it from the wall and she's like, okay, well, show me the bench. And so I'm like, okay. And so I like laid down and she puts the tonal in my hand. And then I don't know what happened. She's like, ready on my shirt. And then boom,
I didn't realize it
all
was
the weight released
already.
onto
Wait,
my
it did.
It's so bad.
I thought I was turning it on, but it was already on. And so there's like a first button, and then there's a like, are you ready to, like, you
Mhm.
Wait,
have
it has
to-
a computer?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
So
she
it's all
turned off the
electronic.
spotter. And so there was
Yeah,
no
it
spot
was not on
function.
purpose.
Electronic spotter.
No, like literally, the second time I met you in
Yeah.
person, I almost killed you.
It was bad.
and then I'm obviously
Do you
not
have
allowed to help
footage of this?
to like. Yeah.
No footage. It's just like it's so good. It's like
Yeah,
come
it's
up
like
on this
recreated
podcast
in your
multiple
head.
times. So sorry guys for
Yeah.
telling you the story so many times.
Yeah.
Anyway, but I thought it
That's how
was
that
appropriate
went.
for Nicole.
So
yeah.
are you on a push-up plan then?
I am now.
Are you on a plan?
Good answer.
I mean, like,
Yeah,
right
like,
now.
Right now.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
All right.
So
I'll send you something.
thank you.
It's very much different at the gym, right? Because in your classes, I mean, sometimes it's anywhere from like 15 people. There might be 3 classes running, there's 45 people. But you have this annual thing that CrossFit does where you have to step up onto a box, like a box that's 20 inches tall, 1,000 times. And that takes people like an hour. Or what takes me an hour.
this.
I know, it's actually really hard.
It's
Oh,
good
with a
for-
weighted vest. With a weighted vest.
Okay.
So,
So
right.
the workout's called Chad
So
1000X.
impressed.
Yeah.
That's a butt thing.
And it's
to step up? Is it requires butt strength?
there is butt strength involved for
Mhm.
sure. It's
Mhm.
more the
Abs.
the ability to do it.
Balance.
Right? Balance. Yep. We've got lots of things. Strength, balance,
Yeah.
some perseverance in there for sure.
1,000 times.
1,000 times.
Yeah.
It's a workout that it's in honor of Chad Wilkinson, who was a Navy SEAL who unfortunately took his own life. So
Oh.
that workout was
The fundraiser.
is a fundraiser and a
Yeah.
product of his experience and things that he had done. And so it's a tribute workout in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
Cool.
And well, there's this sort of you're just going into this place of 1,000 step-ups. You're in one, you're in a 2x2 foot space for the entire time, and you're stepping up.
You're stepping up. So the space I think you're talking about is like your internal, you get into your
your
mental
physical space and then your mental space are very
right.
there.
So this is like
This is happening in one session.
Yeah, it took me.
They don't let you out of the box until you hit
7 minutes.
Yeah, I actually get everybody in there, and then I just lock the door, and then nobody's leaving until we are done.
Oh.
I think we need to do a satellite episode.
Oh yeah, with filming Chad.
Getting Heather to do.
Oh God.
Oh, she already agreed to go pole dancing after our first episode.
I did. Haven't done it yet though.
Yeah,
we'll do it. You should
take
come.
Jenny.
You should come with us.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, we will take Jenny. That's a coach.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
cool.
She was a Dallas Cowboy cheerleader.
Miami Dolphins, but
wow.
Oh my God, I'm so sorry, Jenny.
Those are fighting
Miami.
words, Jenny.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
this is amazing.
Love you. Okay, wait, back to my story.
Yeah.
So the thing that CrossFit has taught me over the years is you just you're really in competition with yourself. So there are people around you. There's something where you're putting your scores on the board but it's more for accountability.
Sure.
You're really competing against yourself. So, right? Because it doesn't make sense to cheat. Like you're not winning anything at the gym. You are trying to like build your own whatever strength, fitness. Anyway, there's probably 50 people stepping up onto a box.
That makes me really proud that you just said that like that. That was really
Well, it took me a long time to get it.
Okay.
But I really hate it now when people cheat the system.
But why? How can you even cheat? Everyone can see.
I'm
what
going to
you're
tell you,
doing.
this guy, so it takes me 67 minutes to do this workout. I had to go to a space to get there.
The 1,000, you can do that in 67 minutes?
I did it in 67. I think
That's
Nicole, you can do it,
amazing.
20 minutes?
But she's not human, though. She's
what are you doing?
Like an hour.
She's special.
Oh, but you're wearing like a 100-pound vest or something.
35.
Okay,
but,
great. Anyway, there's this guy next to me. He comes in, he doesn't warm up, and he just starts walking on the box and like getting all his reps in.
Okay.
And it's like he's so competitive. And there's the standard where you have to step onto the top of the box and you have to extend your hips fully for the rep to count. Otherwise, you're like, you can stay hunched on a box forever. And
you have to really own it.
Extend your hips. And he didn't extend jack shit.
Did you call him out on it?
Well, I just stared at him the whole time. I was so pissed because he got done in like 45 minutes. I'm like, little fucker. Like, that's just
that's
you
good
like
that
this
you can
with your
contain
glasses?
yourself.
I was pissed.
I'm actually a really, it's funny you bring this up.
Looking at him like this.
No rap. No rap.
See, that would have been good.
What were you saying?
But
Do you
no,
think
that
I
would have been
did
good.
say something?
Well, and that's
I think I said it to a coach though, not to him.
That's
maybe.
okay, but that's
I'm a
kind of what we're
tattletale.
going to talk about is once culture goes from owner to coaches, then you're doing it well when athletes are doing it amongst each other or passing things back up the chain that they see. It's interesting. You handle yourself well. When I drop into other gyms, I'm not always the best visitor. And so
really? Like, do you call people out at other gyms?
Well, this is embarrassing, but it did happen. And we've laughed about it multiple times. I dropped into a gym and very obvious that the person next to me I would do my last rep and then they would just do one more and they would move on. And just like as a coach,
so they weren't counting their like you did 10 and they
weren't
doing
going
11,
the
they were
same
doing 4.
Exactly. So, and as a coach, also you know when someone's cheating. It's very obvious.
Mm-hmm.
It's like this it starts as a sixth sense, and then you start to validate it by just counting the reps. You're like, oh, what I'm seeing is actually what's happening. So yeah, I had an outburst. With the person, I was like,
not your client, just a
I was just at another gym. So it doesn't matter, whatever.
Yeah.
But every time it was like a 5-round workout. It was like the 4th round, and I get up to do the burpee, and this guy gets up, and I turn. I was like, "You got to be fucking kidding me!" And I was like, "Oh, okay." But I get it. It's
oh my God.
There is an interesting thing. It is interesting because you are there for yourself, but there is also this sort of shared experience of we're all in that place where we're not going to cheat. We're all in that place where, there's going to be a part where it's super challenging and we And yes, it would be easier to cheat, but we're not doing that. And collectively, we're all in that mindset. And so when someone's not there,
Yeah.
I used to think of it as like, oh, just you'd read different things like, oh, just don't worry about it. Like, you're there for yourself. And I don't buy that.
No, it actually
don't buy
takes
that.
away.
It does.
The thing is, I don't need to beat him at all. I'm not going to. He's way fitter than me. I know that. Like, it's just more, I want him to put in the same sweat equity as I did.
Yeah.
What if the prescripted workout is above their level?
Yeah. Most of the things that we program or we write at the gym are going to be on a daily basis above anywhere from 50 to 80% of the gym's ability for all those movements. And I think that so then the next step there is that everything is scaled to the athlete's current ability level.
We have
it's
a
kind of like a
wide
Montessori
range.
But this is
Yes, Montessori.
the Montessori of fitness.
Well, no, but I'm glad we're having this conversation because
Yeah.
I've always wondered. I mean, CrossFit has such a reputation
Totally.
of the fittest of the fittest.
And that you'll get injured.
Well,
Those are our
that
two
too.
reputations.
Well,
Fittest
yeah,
the
I mean-
fittest, and if you like walk in the gym, you'll get injured. But yes, go
Well,
ahead.
I mean, I did see a woman
just
like
call it out,
trying to like carry a tire on her back down the road the other day, and I was like, yeah, that's not going to end well.
I doubt that was CrossFit.
It might not have been.
Tires were like 2009. They've left CrossFit. That's some other gym.
Tires were 2009.
Tires.
That's awesome.
I love it. But there is that like I think it would be. Well, here's the deal. I've definitely been in gyms, like especially like right after the kids were born, and then I was a runner for a while, and then it was the whole thing. But I never went near the weight stations because I was so embarrassed.
Yeah.
I was so intimidated.
Yeah.
At that time, could not afford a trainer to
Totally.
like walk me around
Yeah.
and show me how it works.
Yeah.
And so I would try it because I heard, well,
Yeah.
weight is a big part of it.
Sure.
But there was just such a massive intimidation factor
Yeah.
for someone just starting out because you guys look so cool. You're all friends. You know what you're doing. And even if you're not friends, it feels like you're friends because you're like helping each other load the weights or whatever. But it's like this club that is impenetrable for someone who is like, I can't even go make a friend because I'm going to be embarrassed that I can't do
But
a push-up.
hold up.
and
that
that's
comes
good.
from a stereotype from
The big
gym
box gym.
class. No, I'm talking
gym
about
class, yeah.
when we are in middle school and presidential fitness and whatever. You've already got, they're already separating
you
the
my
boys
trauma.
and the girls, and they're
Yes.
putting the boys in the weight room,
Yes.
and they are not putting the girls in the weight room. That's changed.
Right. That's changed. And that's probably
good.
one of my prouder things that I'm seeing unfold is like our middle school program. Like not a single one of those girls is going to go to their high school weight room and be like, I don't know what to do, or I don't feel confident here.
Nice.
They're going to be, they're going to be showing some people up in like, 2 or 3 years when they get to high school, and not about like, not
They take
showing them up on purpose, but it's like that barrier that you experience where you just never got the tools to learn it.
No.
Right. It's just
Yeah.
like, it's like anything. Like if you grow up skiing, like you don't think twice. You're like, I'm a skier. That's what I
Right.
do. Like
Right.
it's not something you had to learn. You were just indoctrinated because that's what you did.
Yes.
It's the same thing with weights for, an 8th grader, 6th grade
Yeah.
That
girl
is such a
or
good
boy.
point. I never thought about that because we were
Right.
just taught how to do leg lifts.
Yeah.
Like lay on
Yeah.
our side and like lay
Mhm.
that.
the
and like,
Suzanne Summers.
Yes.
The wah, wah,
No,
whatever that thing
legit.
was.
Like, that
no,
was-
standing
The Thigh
legs by the
Master.
firm.
The Thigh Master.
my
You're
the
right.
Thigh Master. But that's like when I talk about like blow drying my hair and still doing like the squats and like that's
Yes.
still from 6th grade. when
Yes.
I learned how to.
You know what also is teaching girls to be way more proud of their bodies too, which I've noticed in my daughter. She just takes a lot of pride in her strength. A lot of pride.
Yeah.
And she takes a lot of pride in her muscles, and
So
she
good.
does not believe in the Kate Moss
Mhm.
framework that we were raised in.
Yeah.
Like that Kate Moss
That
is
was
beautiful.
hard.
And Kate, you're beautiful and you look malnourished. So
Yeah.
Right.
you know what I mean? Like
that was tough.
it is
Yeah,
tough.
It was
Courtney
tough.
Cox's,
And we still hear it from
the
older
elliptical,
women, though.
like going to the college
that wave.
weight room and there was
Yeah.
like a wait list for the elliptical and
Yeah.
but I think it's tied to also like one of my goals with all of our middle school kids is that they can do a pull-up by the time they go into the high school program, because if they can do a pull-up, now it's backing
Yeah.
up that like I am proud of my muscles,
Yeah.
I am proud of being strong, and look what I can do.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And that whole trajectory, I think, is I don't know all the ins and outs of what it's going to do.
Mhm.
My kids are kind of my test subjects.
They are your test
That's
subjects.
good. But I love
But-
the empowerment because we
Yeah.
just got, like you said, the presidential fitness thing.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
that's like a core trauma thing for me.
Mine too.
Right? Being called up.
Yes.
Everyone in the gym
Yeah.
class was waiting. And then we had to, and for the girls,
The
they
flex hang.
would, the
flex
flex
arm hang.
Oh, God, that's what it was called.
Flex arm
But-
hang.
Yes. And
But
then
that-
they would hold you, you'd be on a ladder. So you'd
Yes.
start out in the right spot.
Yeah. And you had 5
Never
seconds.
been trained. And
8
immediately
seconds.
they pulled
Right.
it away.
But
I was
well,
like,
think
down.
about what you just said.
Yeah.
Never
But-
been trained.
Never been trained. They
So
were,
that's the problem.
yes.
Yeah.
That's the problem
Yeah.
is that, you can look back to, there's this great old article from JFK in the 50s where he talks about like how our fitness was failing at that point in time, right? And it's not, and Jocko wrote this great book for kids that my kids love, and it's the main character is a boy, and he can't do a pull up. So it's not just girls, it's not just boys at this point. It's like we have taken so much of just physical empowerment out of the things that kids do that unless we give them a way to learn it, it's completely unreasonable. Like take that in any other thing. Like you're going to go and be tested on something that you've never been trained on.
Yeah.
Right. And it's actually interesting because PE is like a lot of games.
Yeah.
And then the presidential fitness test comes up and it's like, well, now we're going to see how strong you are.
Yeah.
It's like, whoa.
Yeah. Never have I ever like hung on a bar in my life before that test.
Right.
And how many people, I think,
Oh.
many people that come to the gym, if I had $1 for every time someone starts at the gym and they're like, they'll see Blakely doing a pull-up and they're like, oh, I can't do that. I'm like, oh, you will be able to. They're like, no, I tried in middle school or in, elementary, I was just never able to do the pull-up. They're like, okay. Again, like when you see the training and you're around all these other people that you see them get the first pull-up and they're like, how long have you been doing this? Oh, I've been doing it for a year and a half. Okay, cool. Right?
Yeah. So
but
is
there's-
CrossFit, is there room for beginners at CrossFit too? People
We're
just
we're
dispel the rumors?
yeah, exactly. Just
Yeah,
follow the rumors.
yeah.
We thrive with beginners, I would say,
Nice.
because I
There's
do
just
think
more room to
there's
grow.
Yeah.
there's
You
so
know?
much more room
Yeah.
to grow, and it is a pretty big shift over time of coming in, and initially people are drawn toward. I know they've made it when it's like they're initially drawn toward the stuff where you're breathing hard and perception in your head. You're like, I'm burning calories and all this stuff. To them being like, hey, I shifted my work schedule around so I could come to deadlift today, and you're like, okay, we got you.
Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah.
Well, I think we should switch gears and like actually get to what we want to talk to you about, because I know you have a little thing with like the capital L word, leadership. And we can get to your little L
like that
capital
word.
thing, leadership.
That's good.
But you are one of the best leaders I have ever met. And I think the way it is demonstrated, the way you're in front of the house leader, but you're also a back of the house leader, if that makes sense. And I think it's like the back of the house stuff that we would love to hear from you today, because I know you're super passionate about it. But how have you created the culture that you've created at Roots? It's a CrossFit culture, but I would say it is also a very aspirational CrossFit culture, because we do all feel included there,
Mhm.
but we also feel very challenged and supported. And there is a lot of parenting that happens at CrossFit Roots.
Parenting?
Yeah.
Adult parenting.
Adult parenting.
Ooh, tell
Yeah,
me about that.
I know. It makes you feel
Okay.
I've been adult parented over the years. And
I love that phrase. I'm
Yeah.
gonna steal that.
yeah, because all of these habits you've had as
Yeah.
an adult that were formed when you were a kid, Nicole pretty much makes you unlearn them and retrain how you show up at the gym, but really ultimately how you're showing up in the world. And I think that's going to be the important message. And so I've heard you speak on this before, so I want you to walk it through our listeners
through.
today.
Well, it started because people would walk into the gym and they wouldn't really be able to explain it.
Like why your community was so amazing. Or your
Yeah, or they
culture.
would go somewhere else and they would come back and be like, oh man, I never realized, or I picked up on this. And you hear that a lot, and it's nice to hear, but I don't think I'd ever really thought much about it. And it wasn't until a couple months ago, I was asked to speak at a conference about building culture. And even that phrase just makes me want to gag, because building culture sounds so inauthentic. Like
Mhm.
it sounds like the goal is culture rather than just like doing the right thing and then that produces a good culture. I hate the phrase.
The values on a wall,
I know, it
the
is.
performative like
Exactly.
mission,
Yeah,
the we're going to change the world.
Totally. And so, but when I really sat down, I was like, oh, there are things that make for this to happen. But I would be lying if I sat down and what was I like? I think I was 26 when I opened the gym.
Wow.
I definitely was not like, oh, here's how I'm going to build culture. And so in walking it back is really when I started to say like, oh, there is a process. There is things that we're doing intentionally. I didn't intentionally do them because I made some list, I guess.
Yeah, but now it's a list.
Now
and
it's a
now
list.
she has her top 5 framework for building a good culture.
Right.
So everyone is looking for an advantage in their marketing that they can digest in a clear, fun format. Well, there's one podcast I want to tell you about that's changing the game. It's called Your Audience is Waiting, and it's for business leaders who are done with surface-level marketing advice. Hosted by visibility and content strategist Elisha Everett, this isn't a show about posting more content. It's about aligning your visibility strategy with actual business goals and revenue. Elisha helps CEOs, founders, and ready-to-scale business owners build strategic visibility ecosystems that position you as the authority in your space and convert attention into customers. Real frameworks, real ROI. Clay, that's return on investment. So if you're leading a business and you want to grow, go subscribe to Your Audience is Waiting wherever you listen to podcasts.
Oh man. Well, so it starts, the first piece is you have to define your standards, or you have to define what you're doing. And so in the CrossFit space, for us, that boiled down to the methodology, to the etiquette, and then to the do's and the don'ts. And so, and you have to write it down. And I think this step, yes, this isn't the froofy vision on the wall. This is defining your methodology. So in CrossFit, it could be, the methodology has already been defined for us, but you have to know it and you have to be able to regurgitate it and be able to connect concepts as you work through the methodology so that you're always really grounded. It's kind of like, when people get the brand stuff where it's like, everything has to go through our brand and, whatever we say has to filter through these values. It's kind of like that, but it's your foundation. And then on the etiquette side, this is probably, oops, I hit my mic.
I know.
This is probably what Blakely was talking about in the world that we live in. We're a human interaction business, which is rarer. We're brick and mortar.
It's true.
We don't do things online. But the etiquette piece is, you've got all these different people coming from different backgrounds with different perceptions, different norms. And it's just the rules that you're going to play by being around other human beings. And the way I think of etiquette is that it would transfer out of a gym. Some of ours, when you look at our list, like, yes, they are specific to being in a gym, but some of them, a very simple one is be on time. You just have to be on time, come to class.
So the on time thing, I'd be so fucked. I'd be immediately
You
fucked.
would get better.
I would.
You would get better. And this is what's interesting.
I think I would get better.
Everyone's like, whenever I talk on this, someone's like, but like, do people really show up on time? And I'm like, yes, that's what they do. And
Until they don't. And we have to watch the coach give these like really awkward conversations in front of the class. It just happened the other day.
Do they get kicked out?
They do.
they don't get kicked out.
Yes,
They
they
don't
do.
they're not able to take the class. Now we're
that
skipping
different?
ahead. There's different.
Okay, sorry.
Well, no, we're skipping ahead in
Okay.
because we also have to teach it and we have to get to that
Okay.
point before
Yeah.
we have a consequence, if you will. This sounds like a ton of
The
rules,
adult
which it's
parenting.
not.
It's
But there's your
adult
adult
parenting.
parenting.
Okay.
But back up. Okay, so the etiquette piece, like
Yeah.
many people, I thought about this the other day. You could, right now in today's world, you could get in your car, you can listen to whatever you want. You can drive to Target. You can shop with your headphones on, listening to whatever you want, navigating through the world around people, but making no eye contact with another human being. Get whatever you need. You could then choose to stand in the self-checkout line.
Yeah.
You could go and you could take your time checking your phone on your email and then scanning some things and bagging it exactly as you want. And then you could go home and you would never have to interact with another human being.
Yeah.
And that's
It's weird
becoming,
to think about.
it's weird, but
So
it's
true.
more common than we think.
Yeah.
And And so
I wonder if that's why I like self-checkout.
You don't have to talk to people?
I'm like out of practice on
see,
human.
I don't like self-checkout.
Neither does Scott. And
I
that
don't
makes a
like the
lot of sense.
self-checkout.
Oh, I'm pointing like him.
You did it.
I did it. Yeah, self-checkout. Well, I know why I like it. I like to hit the buttons. So no, that's not my, but you're
Yeah,
right.
so I don't like, okay, so there's.
I loved being a cashier. It was my favorite job.
Did you
ever.
have that toy at Christmas?
Yes.
Yeah.
I did. That comes up
beep.
in my therapy. Like
Your cashier toy?
well, my therapist, I always bring my therapist into these conversations, but she asked me to
Sounds
think
great.
of like physical sensations that bring me pleasure. And my number one was pressing the buttons on an old fashioned cash register. And then when I got older, it was a 10 key. I was the fastest 10 key inputter.
Really?
Yeah.
With
Oh
your
my-
left hand?
No, actually my right, but I'm
Oh,
going to hit
okay.
the
I was like, that
microphone.
was
So that was
impressive.
like a clay adjustment.
Okay.
Left hand.
All right.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm
Oh.
sorry. Yeah. No human
but
action.
So no
yeah.
human interaction. So now I run a brick and mortar business where people are forced to be together on a daily
Boy,
basis.
it's awkward a lot.
There, we gather at the whiteboard to start. We have eye contact,
I'm always looking around like, is there anyone who will be my partner today?
right? There's that, and
You
everyone's
gather
like,
at the whiteboard.
so
your
we gather
team, your
where
coaches.
the workout is. No, the whole class. Like we come together.
Oh, you start from scratch on the whiteboard.
Yeah.
Here's what we're doing
Yeah.
today. Okay.
We don't do a screen. We write with our hands every day.
Yeah.
And so,
And that's
but
judged.
the etiquette thing has become more and more important because we don't. You said this. We don't practice it.
Mm-hmm.
We don't practice a lot of these things. It doesn't matter if you're late, if you have to self-check yourself into the doctor's appointment with the kiosk, and then, there's all these instances where we don't have to do those things, and so we're out of practice. And then it's not. I mean, humans are self-centered human beings, unless we're really forced to remind ourselves that we're not special. Then it's easy for it to just kind of run amok. And now you've got 300 people coming in and using a space that we all want to care about each other and do the right thing. But we got to operate from some level of a parameter that says like, this is how we treat each other.
This is no different than being in a meeting and you got Joe Schmo coming in 5 minutes late and you have to restart the meeting every time, recap. It's just a total flippin' waste. Heather, I'm looking at you. You have this guilty look on your face and you need to be adult parented and reparented into.
But here constantly. I'm always just 5 minutes late though.
But think about the just. First of all, the fact that you're putting the word just in front of it.
Then there's the you're not special. And that's the whole thing is right? Like being late is one of those things where it's like everybody, and I know that people are going to be like, oh, well, we hear a lot, such a hard and fast rule. Like, it's not that we don't have compassion, right? If somebody comes in that's always on time and they're like, hey, this happened, we're not going to be like, oh, you can't take class. But that initial shift of, hey, I'm part of something. I want to be part of something. I want a higher level of fitness than what I've had for my whole life. There are some baseline levels of just how that's going to happen or not happen. Yeah. And I think so that's the etiquette part.
Okay. So you said something so interesting to me. You said it's become socially acceptable or something. You said something like that, which I think is so interesting. So you're just like, okay, as a society, and you described the day that someone walked through, we're accepting of that. It's almost like, well, they didn't make eye contact because they were on their phone, as if that's okay. Like we understand. So we're lowering the bar of what's expected.
But so think about that. So now you get up in the morning, you do your thing, you drop your kids off in your car, you listen to your thing, you go home, you work from home, you're doing your own time, your own schedule, your own everything. Now the brick and mortar is like, it's like one of my favorite things is that like our humans come together in so many different ways when they walk in the gym, and we can't play by those rules.
Right.
We got to play by the brick and mortar rules.
Yeah.
And so that's the etiquette piece. And then the do's and don'ts, which kind of round out, like you got to define your standards, is there are unspoken rules. And I use the word rule lightly, unspoken ways that we do things that lend to the experience that's more coming from the coaches of what they're doing behind the scenes, like you said, that you can't quite put your finger on it, but when you go somewhere else or they're not happening, you notice it. And those things drive either the social connection or they drive better performance, they drive longevity, they drive somebody jumping on a 2-inch plate to now jumping on a 20-inch box rather than just going to a step up and saying like, I'm never going to be able to jump. And so that's the first piece. You have to define your standards.
Mm-hmm. So try, like, what is it? Kindness? Is it cleanliness? Is it support? Like, what do you
All
think
of it.
those things are that they're doing?
On the do's and don'ts.
Mm-hmm.
So
Behind the scenes.
Yeah, some of them are like the coaches encourage people when somebody's done picking up all of their stuff. You go and the coaches will be like, hey, if you've cleaned up all your stuff from the deadlift, go ahead and help somebody else out. Right? Like it's just lending it for now somebody went and helped somebody else, that person that it was their first time doing a deadlift and they were super uncomfortable, like you were talking about, right? And not knowing, and now you guys just start talking, and then that person's like, hey, you did a really good job. The first time I came in, I only deadlifted 35 pounds. And you're like, oh, they were like me too. They just deadlifted 250 pounds. And again, it's just all the things that I think we aspire to doing.
Caring for each other.
Yes.
Yeah.
Without it being formulaic or shoved down your throat. And so there's a big difference between being like, hey guys, on the wall, we have written that we help each other pick up our barbells, versus the coaches knowing as part of their practice that they're just like, every once in a while, they're going to pick one of the do's and don'ts off the back of the door. And they're going to say, hey guys, when you're cleaning up, if you're done cleaning up, just go ahead and help somebody else. And then we'll go meet at the whiteboard.
It's such a, like a more thoughtful way to like institute your values. Like we have core values in corporate for a reason.
Right.
Do we always go through and define them as do's and don'ts? This is what it looks like. This is what it doesn't look like. And I think the most powerful ways you see that implemented in like corporate space is when your values are almost in every operational part of your business. So like when you hire, you should only be hiring like to that. Those are your do's and don'ts. When you fire, what did they break? Did they know those values? You know, so there are ways you can, I think this is really super applicable. It's just getting them from off the wall, which I had them on the wall too, guys. I admit it.
Onto a clipboard.
But to your point there of like, if those do's and don'ts, you can use them to hire or fire, but then you have to teach them. So that's the second one, is once you've defined your standards
and you've written them down.
Yeah, then you have to teach them. And so I think this part sometimes gets missed, where if your expectation is that people squat below parallel, or they jump on a box, or they, show up on time, you do have to take the step to teach the why behind it. And so you can't have this expectation of like, well, I wrote it down. Human beings have to hear these things multiple times, and they have to feel that there was some semblance of being taught or referenced back to like, oh, I've seen this happen. What I'm doing is different, right? And teaching's a big one.
Teaching is a big one.
Getting
and
to wow.
I think we get caught in this trap a lot. There's a reason why we're managers, or there's a reason why we're promoted, or a reason why we're leaders. And it's because we have a certain bar or level of perfectionism on, we are high performers. And so we're already like hitting those high standards. And then we have employees come in, or, or people we're training up, and we just make these assumptions that they're going to meet our bar. And I think about this even with my kids. My kids don't meet my bar of expectations, and then they get in trouble, or I might put someone on a PIP, Clay.
Performance improvement plan.
Good job. You're not on one today.
Nice.
And I realized it took me, my business coach telling me, like, have you ever sat down and defined your conditions of satisfaction? Like, do they know what your conditions of satisfaction are? And I'm like, oh,
and so now,
no.
and think about that in a gym environment, right? Like, you might come in and have never been there. You're intimidated. You're like, oh my God, everybody lifts so much.
100%.
And your perception might be that, okay, the coaches want to see me like sweat like a lot and try really hard and like do the whole thing that's written on the board.
Mm-hmm.
Well, our conditions of satisfaction are that we help you scale appropriately, and you work hard within the parameter of, what we define as like good for your experience at that moment, and you try hard within that. That's what we care about.
So and safety, like
care.
sometimes you bring us down a notch.
But we don't. We're not sitting there being like, oh, they're only lifting this much. They should be lifting more. And so there is.
Well, you do that too.
Well, that's different. That's further down the road. But But
Nice.
initially,
well,
it's like,
so
I'm going to
that
get back for all of these.
requires me to communicate. So I need to be vulnerable. So if
Yeah.
I'm going to show up
You do have to
and
be
I
vulnerable.
stand there
Yeah.
and I'm, worried about what I wore and did I wear the right thing, and I'm kind of vulnerable standing there in the group when you're on the whiteboard, and then I see you say, okay, we're going to start out with 10 push-ups.
Mhm.
Am I tapping a coach on the shoulder and being like, I can't do that? Like,
Yeah,
is there
people will
like an
do that.
accommodation?
Yes,
And they're
absolutely.
like, okay, one for you or none for
Lula
you.
went in after her surgery, knee surgery, one or
Mhm.
two,
Mhm.
and there was accommodations for everything, right?
Oh, that's what I should do. I should wear a knee brace.
Yeah, that would be helpful. Oh
Am
my
I right?
gosh.
Put an elbow brace on,
Yeah.
a knee brace,
Yeah.
come on in, and we'll take care of you.
Neck brace.
No, but okay, but
Start
to
me
your
gently.
point though, like that's where the teaching part of the physical stuff.
Yeah.
There's the physical side. So
Mhm.
when you come in, we're going to do a number of sessions together. And my job, I actually heard this. Somebody said this that a person coming into a CrossFit gym, their main goal, I can't remember who said this, is they just don't want to look stupid.
Yes.
That's
I think that
right.
is
But
my
that's been a
first-
really
I-
good
I
guiding.
said
Yeah.
that.
That's been a really good guide for me when I'm thinking about like
Mhm.
what we teach somebody when they come in for a foundations course, and it's like, okay, I'm going to give you all the tools so that
Yeah.
yes, you feel
Don't kill my
comfortable.
confidence.
Exactly,
Yeah.
but you don't feel like you're doing something that's so out of sorts from everybody else.
Mhm.
But that's the teaching part. And you got to teach it so many different places. And this is the part that like, you got to write, you got to have it on your website, you got to send it to people, but half people don't read. So then you got to reinforce it with how you mold the experience of the class and little gentle reminders that then are like, oh, that's not a reminder. That's the first time they've heard this. So I got to go teach it to them. But you have to teach it. And I think sometimes we define these things and it's like, well, it's up on the board. That's like just what we do. And it's like,
That must be
No.
so hard for you.
that's like giving someone a textbook,
Yeah.
right? And just being
Mhm.
like, well, I gave you the textbook.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah.
no,
Should've
now
known
now
it.
I need the lecture. Now I
Right.
need the teaching part.
Yeah.
Right.
But just think that you have to show up not only once a day, but like 10 times a day.
Well, we're getting to that part.
Okay. I
Mhm.
won't steal that
No,
thunder.
because that's the next one.
Okay, good.
Mhm.
So then once you've taught it, you have to
Mhm.
have all these hard conversations.
Mm.
And I think this is the part where it's like, this is the rubber meets the road, right? Because I've coached, I don't know, what's this, year 17?
Mhm.
So
Well, Lula's 16, so yeah,
so
that makes
we're in
sense.
we'll be 17. Yeah. Okay. So I've had probably 10,000 conversations of why you can't be late.
Wow.
I've probably explained it. And every time you have to come to the table and be like, hey, so da da da, like this is how it's gonna, go. And we really are glad you're here. And that hard conversation, it's so easy to just be like, oh, I gotta go. I don't want to deal with this today. Right. And
Mhm.
every single time. And I think that's the rubber meets the road. And that's where
Mhm.
culture slips. Because
Oh,
every
if you
time
let someone
Yeah.
slack, if you have a standard
And this is
then
where-
you
Yeah.
don't apply it
right. And this is what like
uniformly.
keeps me up at night where I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, Nicole, you're too like, I'm not OCD. I wouldn't use that word. It's you're too committed to these standards and like it's just a small business and like it doesn't really matter that much. And like you're not like some corporate, it's not like some corporate thing. We're not trying to change the world. How many times can we get that in?
Oh my God.
But it does matter.
Mhm.
And how it matters is rooted in this like caring for other people.
Mhm.
And sometimes that's the hard conversation. It doesn't always come out right the first time. And sometimes you have to then have a follow-up hard conversation. And over the years, obviously, I've gotten better at it, but then you've got to also make sure that your coaches feel supported, that they can go have the hard conversation. Because it's one thing for you to have the hard conversation. You work through it. It doesn't always go perfectly. But you have to somehow get to the point where having the conversation is more important than being perfect at it. Otherwise,
Yeah.
the team's not going to feel like they can ever go out on a limb and do it.
Yeah.
And then they get better at it. And now 17 years in,
Yeah.
like rarely am I like, oh, I got to pump myself up for this conversation. Because we've had it, right?
Yeah.
And there's the practice part too.
That
Mhm.
part sounds scariest to me.
Yeah. And it's scary initially.
Yeah.
The
If you
practice
think
part
about
is
what's
scary
at
to you?
stake,
The
that's
the practice of the hard conversations.
Right.
Like,
Mhm.
Nicole's very talented at them. I mean,
because
but
I have a lot of guilt.
Yeah. Is it
If
like
I
a
go to
shit
bed
sandwich
not having-
conversation?
No, I
Like,
don't
how are
believe in
you-
shit sandwiches.
Oh, let's talk about that.
oh,
Wait, is that the one where you like
Yeah.
give a compliment? Oh,
Compliment.
fuck that.
Yeah.
I
yeah.
hate those.
So what's a tough conversation? So I just showed up for the second time, 10 minutes late.
Are you
What are you
new?
saying to me? Yeah, ish.
Okay. Second time?
Mm-hmm.
And
After you've already,
we already talked to you?
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, Heather, what's up?
Nothing.
So,
oh, like I've just walked in.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not much.
I'm
What's
like,
up with you?
Yeah. How you doing? Hey, everybody. I got lattes for everybody. No, I would show up and I'd be like, I know. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
It
Hey,
just-
what happened? Are you okay?
Yeah, I know. It's just bad time management this morning, but
Yeah.
I know better.
Okay, cool. So I know you're working on it.
Yeah.
This is your second time.
Yeah.
On the next one, what's going to happen is I'll give you the workout, but you're not going to be able to join class.
Okay.
You have to do it on your own.
Okay.
I know you can get here on time.
Yeah.
And everybody else can get here on time.
Is this in
And
front
you're
of
no
people?
different than everybody else.
Oh,
So
that's good.
yeah.
That's good.
So you're totally capable. So
Okay.
we're going to work on it. Go get a barbell.
Aw.
She let you
You are
in.
good at that.
She let you in.
But okay, are you saying this in front of the class, by the way?
I don't kind
Everybody's
of. I mean, I'm not
listening,
going to.
right?
Yeah, I'm not going to be like, that's like one of my pet peeves is like people be coaching someone, like the whole group, and they'll be like walking around like, okay, and squat and hold. Hey, push your knees out. All right, guys, and stand. Okay, and squat and hold. Sit a little lower. It's like that one is creepy, but two, it's like that's another social norm, right? Like we like that's like a coach thing where like we don't do that at Roots.
Like
but,
you need to whisper. If,
well, yeah, because you don't want to make someone feel bad.
Right.
Right? That's not coaching.
Oh,
Right.
yeah.
Like coaching, you think you go to like a
Yeah.
college level team and the
Mhm.
coach needs to make a correction and they're just gonna be like, hey, come over here. Yeah, okay, there's times for that.
Yeah.
But like you have to like breaking through that barrier
Yeah.
is that Blakely gets told to squat lower. She's not embarrassed. Now,
Mhm.
initially, that person that comes the first time that happens,
Mhm.
it's like, oh, but what's the coach doing? Here's your do's and don't. Our coach that's coaching
Mhm.
will make it a point
Mhm.
that they're always going to coach the other
Mhm.
coaches that are in the class
Mhm. Oh, that's good
because it
too.
sets the example
right.
of like you got a new person. They're like, oh, I got told to squat lower, and then
Oh yeah.
then they hear like, hey, Dave, drive your knees out a little bit more on the next one, whatever.
Yeah. They
So-
coach Nicole.
well,
like I
yeah.
hear that your coaches
And that's
always
not to
find
say
something.
that, but then
Yeah.
that's twofold, right? Like
Yeah.
Mhm.
nobody's untouchable,
Mhm.
and everybody
Yeah.
can get better, but
Mhm.
also it desensitizes.
Oh, could we repeat that one? I said this a lot at work. Like every person
Yeah.
is fireable.
Yeah,
Fireable.
fireable.
I
Mhm.
mean,
Right. No one's
including
untouchable, yeah.
myself.
Yeah.
Like I'm like you have to know that you are
Yeah.
not special.
Yeah.
You're not special.
No.
That's
Yeah.
a
Oh,
that's a
replaceable.
momism.
I didn't ever use the word fireable.
I feel like I'm
Everyone is
special.
replaceable. That
Yeah.
was my-
Replaceable though.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I love
yeah.
how you see. So when you corrected me about the being late,
Mhm.
what I felt from you was a genuine care and concern.
Mhm.
First of all, like, are you okay? Like, let's
Yeah.
get that out of the
Yeah.
way. And then once it was clear that it was just my bad time management, you were kind but firm, and it made me want to please you. It made me want to be your friend. It made me
Yeah.
want to be like, okay, I want Nicole to think well of me.
Right.
And so it's not like you need more friends,
Right.
but you were just treating me like a human, and you weren't demeaning, or you weren't like, you know the rules, you broke the rules,
Right.
out you go. Because then I'm walking out being like, fuck you and this gym.
Right,
Like
totally.
I don't need someone else
And
telling me what to do, but it was out of
Yes.
a concern and a kindness.
Well, and I think in the back of my head, I'm always like, we have to root for each other. No pun intended.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But like, there's a balance between like getting somebody to adhere to this environment
Mm-hmm.
so that they can be successful. Because underlying all of this is very few times have I ever, not even few times, I've never seen somebody not be able to show up on time, try to jet out early because they're more important because they've got something to take care of, not squat below parallel and cheat their reps and achieve the level of health and fitness that they're capable of.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's sort of these baseline needs for success that you've got to lay the foundation first.
Mm-hmm.
And then we can talk about elite fitness and forging elite fitness and things like that. But without those, you can't be successful.
Yeah. And like
Mm.
that foundation of caring
Yeah.
for the person, right?
Yeah,
And
like
that's
I'm
what you're-
rooting for you.
Yes.
I want you to show up.
Yeah.
Because I need you to see
Mm-hmm.
what you're capable of.
Yep.
And making that small little shift
Mm-hmm.
then will transfer over to, oh, you made that shift. Well, now Nicole thinks I can do 5 pull-ups. I don't think I can do 5. I think I can only do 3, but well, we're going to try it, right? And you start to build, the
Set
trust
that
builds in
bar.
a lot of different ways.
And I
Well-
think that crosses, I mean, it's just reminding me when I was a second year associate, at a firm in Detroit. I got put on a really big case, and I was pretty intimidated by it.
Yeah.
And it was a late-ish night with the team, and we're kind of doing it. And they handed me this huge deposition that had to be read by the next morning.
Oh my gosh.
But I wanted it because the senior attorney on it said, "Hey, I'm going to trust you with this.
Yeah,
like,
I believe
I've seen
in you,
work. Like,
right?
I
Yeah.
believe in you." And so even though I was intimidated, I stayed up till 2 a.m. And if I didn't care about that leadership or impressing or rising to that level, I would have been like, this is just a job. I'm going home. Let someone else do it.
Right.
But it was like that seed of, I see greatness in you.
Yeah.
I see that you can do this. It made me want to achieve, not only to get the accolade from the senior partner, but also just to myself, to almost prove it to myself.
Yeah.
And without that bar being set, I probably wouldn't have done it.
Yeah.
And I think we all have those, like when you root for somebody, like when you truly just want their success,
Mm-hmm.
I do think it brings out the best, not just in that person, but the best in you.
Yes.
So then 4, I have to give credit to Blakely because she really helped me flesh this out. And so 3, you've had the hard conversations. It's mundane, it's boring. You've had it like 1,000 times over and over and over, but it's keeping what you wanted in line, and moving forward. And then now you've got all these amazing people that you're rooting for, and then you have to protect them. So 4 is protect your people.
Protect your people.
Protect your people. And I think this one is rooted in loyalty and rooting for other people and being proud of people's accomplishments, and then also just the right thing to do, that you've got this culture and you've got this group of people. And at least in our space, so many people over the years have wanted access to our people. And this is where, going back to defining your standards,
Access to your people meaning steal them to other gyms?
No. They want to demo a product for them that, we could have this table come in and here's a supplement product, or
gotcha, they want to sell to them.
They want to sell to them, or, we'll give you, we want to email all of your members this perk. We want to offer this type of class at your gym. It's not CrossFit. But we want to offer it at your gym, and it could also be just protecting people from things in the space that are infringing on what you believe in.
Donuts.
Donuts. Yeah. Donuts.
You tried to bring donuts?
I didn't, but someone else did.
Oh, boy.
Sorry.
And think about in the past 17 years, we went from like, oh, we have a blog and we post our workout, to now it's like we've got apps and we've got, Instagram feeding you your algorithm of like, oh, you looked at creatine, so now you need all this other stuff, and and it's exhausting.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so part of it is like, by taking, we don't allow phones on the gym floor. Like, you can't have your phone while you're doing class, right? All these different things, right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
No, but it keeps us in
Present.
this realm of like, these are the things that matter and move the needle.
Yeah.
And this is fluff. When you've done CrossFit for so long and you've eaten meat and vegetables, nuts and seeds, some fruit, little starch, no sugar, kept your intake levels where you're like fueling your performance, you're so confident
I'm sorry.
that it works.
Fruits, nuts. What was that? What did you
Let me
say?
take that down. It's our dietary prescription, but you're just so
I didn't hear
confident that the
McDonald's
noise
on
is
that list.
the noise passes by. And so I feel like the first 8 years of CrossFit was like, I had to like really like make sure that I tempered the noise, and I went back to the methodology to like reinforce and say like, okay, let's filter this out. But that's empowering to people. And I think that's part of protecting your community, is saying like, I'm trying to get you to this point because it's freeing.
Yeah.
You guys,
It's super freeing.
Yeah.
Nicole, you'd be so proud. Right before this show, what was I eating?
The donut.
Shit.
Big ass donut.
I no.
Glazed.
It's 2 donuts.
Steak bites.
Glazed.
I was eating
I
steak
love
bites.
it from Costco.
No, these are homemade.
Oh,
Homemade?
Scott
Are
makes
they?
the
Is that what
best
you're calling it now?
stuff.
It's her chef made it.
Oh,
Homemade.
I just
made
got
in the
outed.
home.
You did get out
No,
of
just
it.
switch it.
He comes
Made
to the
in the
home
home.
and he makes it.
It's not
The
homemade,
chef
made in the home.
Comes to the home.
But I needed a little extra fuel,
You
and
bougie ass bitch. I love you
could
for
have
it.
taken
You could have.
Christmas cookies or whatever, and I ate steak bites to fuel.
They were good too. Thank you.
Yeah.
Alex.
Thank you, Alex. Thank you,
Alex.
Alex. All right.
Number 5.
Where are we at?
Okay. He's like watching the clock.
Yeah.
I just totally spaced.
We
There's
were
number
at
5.
protect your people.
Protect your people. And then you have to be consistent.
Oh.
And so we talk about this, like consistency is your credibility.
Yeah.
Right? I'm reading Mike Krzyzewski's biography right now, and I love it. And he has a part in there about, it's got to be fair, but not equal. And I think that that is consistency, right? And that's a hard line, but that's kind of where all the rules and the do's and the don'ts and stuff like that become humanized, where yes, you have to be consistent. And then you also have to have empathy. But that consistency being your credibility, it's like you might not have handled things the same way every single time, but you did address and you handled it every time.
See, kids, this is why I give you consequences. I have to be consistent in my parenting.
You do.
Right?
But
I believe in you.
Yes. That sounds like you're talking to a 6 and an 8-year-old, by the way.
16 and 18, is there a difference?
Why do you insist that they watch and listen to this podcast?
Yeah, that's true.
I do talk to them a lot. Well,
they aren't listeners, are they? They're not in our target ICP.
No, they're not.
No.
It's fine.
One day.
Someday. They're going to go back.
But that's it. There we
Consistency.
go. That's it.
Okay.
That's really good. I love I love everything that you talked about so uniquely is applicable to the physical endeavor as well as the emotional endeavor, inside and outside.
Mm-hmm.
It's amazing. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Wish I lived in Boulder.
I wish you did too.
Since we're filming the next episode at the gym, this will be great for you.
The satellite episode.
The satellite episode.
For all the beginners out
That was
there,
smooth.
let's
This
just
one,
put
yeah, right.
Heather out. I would immediately.
Heather gets a push-up episode.
Heather gets a push-up. Yes. Let's do it.
Let's do
you
it.
You can do it that quick, huh? In 60 minutes?
Well,
Yeah.
I did. Well,
No. We need a
setting
few
the
episodes.
baseline.
Yeah. If I I would be standing in the group all like energetic, and then I would immediately go behind and like erase on the whiteboard and
Oh, you can't
change
do
it
that.
from like 20 to 10.
No, that's not allowed.
That's not allowed.
Yeah,
I'd
coaches
get
are the
kicked
only
out for
people that can
that.
pick up dry erase markers.
Oh, I would have such a hard time.
It's not a standard. Jeez. Could you wrap us up, Heather? Please.
My brain is spinning because we've covered so many things. So I'm going to try to remember from the beginning the 5 things. They're so critical. And what I said this once, so I'll say it again. The way that you have taken us from an internal growth perspective with these 5 things. And then as well, you can apply it to your physical. I am motivated now to get on a push-up plan. Yes. Okay. So I'm going to define my standards, right? And then I'm going to teach, or you're going to teach. It's a process. It's a back and forth, right? Because we define the standards, we teach. Then we have the hard conversations, the things that somebody doesn't want to hear, but we're going to do it in kindness, not in a shit sandwich.
No.
But we're going to be effective. We're going to be caring. We're going to treat each other with kindness and caring. And then we're going to protect our people. So if your people are there, they're sticking with you, you're being protected, and you got to trust that that's happening for you, which is beautiful. I love that one. And then consistency. It's all about consistency for all of those things.
For all those things.
For all of those things. Thank you so much for being here, Nicole. I feel so inspired. We never even got into the corporate journey and like leaving that and like choosing, like we really truly do need to have you back. I know there's probably a whole other story there, but by you stepping out into your passion and bringing that kind of culture and community to the world, I can see how it's just flowing. Even just from knowing Blakely and seeing what she's received through that.
Stop making fun of me now.
It makes
being
sense.
a CrossFitter.
Never stop making fun of you. Let's be clear. But maybe about this.
Okay,
maybe about this. Because
Aw,
I
see?
get it.
That's a win.
Thank you.
No, I get it. I get it.
Yeah.
So it's an honor. Thank you.
Well, thanks for
being
having
here.
me. Thanks
Yeah?
for letting me be in person.
It's exciting.
Here.
It
okay,
is.
but we're not done.
We're not done.
okay.
So every episode we do ask a question of our guests, and we do answer it ourselves.
Okay.
So the question is, what brought a smile to your face this week? What's your smile, Blakers? She hates it when I call her Blakers.
I do hate it. I
Okay,
do,
I'll
in
stop.
fact.
I'll stop.
Don't stop now. That would be weird.
Oh, you like it. You're
No,
like a
I
little-
don't like that.
Oh.
My smile of the week
Yes.
was yesterday. I got like a knock on the door and I opened up the door and it was our producer, Clay. And I had this moment of like,
he's tall.
well, he is tall, but it was also like, do I hug him?
You do.
Well, I know I hug him, but like I've never met him in person. I've been working with him for months and months and months.
Does he have soft hands?
But I've never asked the question. Like,
Oh.
no, I don't know. I didn't touch his
Oh,
hands.
okay.
I know.
I mean, that's what I learned
But I
about
did
you.
hug him, and it was
Okay.
awesome.
Oh,
and
that's
just being in
cute.
person is the best.
Yeah.
It's
It
the
is.
best. I really need you guys to move here.
Oh, so you can join the gym.
Yeah. And also during the gym. Just, I
Sounds
want to do
worth
these
it.
in person.
I
Okay.
know.
That's my smile of the week.
Love it. Clay on
Those
the
are really
doorstep.
nice.
What's yours? Being on Blakely's doorstep?
Oh, I have several. So obviously the thing is that I'm here in person meeting Blakely for the first time. Nicole, it's also really nice to meet you too. Getting to show up at Heather's house one day and then the next day show up at Blakely's. I've just been like the welcomed guest.
Whose house do you like better?
I already know the
comfortable?
answer to this because I know, like you were like, it was all fun at Heather's and they're laughing. And then you get to my
did
house
say
and
that.
it's like somber. We're pretty serious.
Okay. Well, let me talk. Okay. So, because this is my experience, I would love to share.
Sorry.
You are in competition.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll share. Here, I'll do the most Clay thing. I'll say what I think is the best thing about both of you and then let you fight about
it
which
out.
one is actually the best.
That's fair.
Okay, the
That's
best
fair.
thing about Heather's house right now is that she has a massage chair. And I sat in the massage chair and for 19 minutes.
Massage chair in their house.
Okay. And for 19
Those are in the Sharper image stores only.
There's a story.
Okay.
But let's
Okay,
let
go
Clay
ahead.
finish.
Sorry, Clay. I'm sorry.
for 19 minutes, this chair did something to me
Oh.
that I thought only like a lover
Ray.
could do.
Clay, that was so
In the most-
It was so
in
chill.
the
Do
most-
you want to come sit in the chair? It's
I
pretty
kinda
guarantee
wanna
it.
come sit in the
I
chair.
don't know how to
After
explain it
someone else has been using it.
in the most non-sexual way. I
Qualified.
felt connected to the chair.
Oh.
That's like the cuddling,
Yeah.
you know, like
I
you
felt
can go
loved
and get
by
like
the
someone
You
to
chair.
like
felt loved
cuddle
by
you.
the chair.
Yeah, cared for.
Okay, I think everyone just missed what Nicole just said.
Wait, what did she
She
say?
just said it's like the cuddling. You know
Like
how you can go and
like
get
you can-
someone to cuddle
remember,
you?
I don't remember where this was. You can like pay and go like just snuggle with
Yeah,
somebody.
cuddle parties. So I'm not going to
See?
do it, but I understand.
crazy.
I don't know about the cuddle party.
Heard it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
when someone, I listen to a lot of podcasts, professional
Weird.
development, and people started talking about cuddle parties. I trust you that you got something out of it, and you're
Right.
like you're into it, and that was cool.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to do that.
Okay. Well, what do you like at my house?
Okay, great. What I like at your house
Was
is
there a cuddle party?
no, there's no cuddle party. Oh my god, dude. Okay, let me say something. Okay, it's better than a cuddle party. Okay, Blakely has the most incredible bidet.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It
I don't
is
have one. I have three.
truly-
Oh,
Yeah.
it's so good.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I've
Yes.
only used one.
We're really caring
That's the
for
worst
his-
decision we ever made. Is we got one, and now my children walk past their bathroom,
to come to
open our
yours.
door,
Uh-huh.
open the bathroom door
Uh-huh.
to go and use.
That's why we have three.
They're so warm and inviting.
Yeah. Did you love it?
Okay, well, so I have what I thought was a bidet at my house.
Okay.
But it's one of the attachment ones. That,
No.
and this is like
Junior bidet.
my life has been changed.
We've really taken care of him.
Yes.
Oh,
Haven't
actually, what he liked
Massage
about our
bidet.
house had nothing to do with us or our families. It had to do
With
with
his
our
sacral nerve.
electronics.
Yeah.
I like.
Okay, well, you
It was
You're-
you shared that we had a nice moment. I felt very welcomed as a guest, but this is something that I feel very welcomed when someone has thought about when people come to my house.
Yeah.
I want them to experience these nice
Yeah.
things.
Yep.
You gotta
That's how I
get the
feel.
Toto
Good.
bidet.
Yeah, we had a great conversation
Yeah.
last night with Scott, you, Eldon, Lula. It was awesome.
Clay brought us
I-
some Detroit treats.
Ooh.
I did.
Really nice. Yeah.
What did I bring?
He brought a Jack White vinyl, knowing that we're very music, and it was pressed at
Third Man Records.
Third Man
Yeah.
Records. Thank you.
Nice.
And he brought me a Shinola. No, I have the Shinola. A Shinola candle that is just like, it's going to become the new scent
nice.
of the studio, and matches that were like Detroit historic buildings. And it actually just went into like a really cool history of Detroit, which Scott totally geeked out on. And it was really fun. It was a good dinner. It's a good conversation. We had a good conversation.
You guys have great
Yay.
dinners.
Yeah.
Good
It
job,
was nice.
Clay.
Yeah.
It was nice. Okay.
So that was my smile.
Thank you.
Nicole, Heather.
Mine was last night,
Oh,
5 and 6 p.m. class.
What?
It was like a great 2-hour block.
Nice. Were you
Yeah, I even said that to Eric when I got home.
coaching
He was
it?
like,
You
oh, yeah, I was
taking it?
coaching. Yeah.
Coaching? Okay.
I got home and Eric was like, how was class? I was like, it was awesome. It was just one of those ones where everyone lifted great. The vibe was good. It's my new
Yeah.
favorite word.
the
I have
vibe.
to use it like, what is my daughter said? That was a vibey workout. I was like, oh,
Awesome.
5
Vibey.
and 6 p.m. It was a
Very
vibey evening.
How about you, Heather?
Mine, I'm going to say it was on the way here because my son called. He lives in Summit County. He's a
Oh.
snowboarder out there. And
Cool.
yeah, he's a great kid.
Is there any snow?
Very little, but they
Okay.
make it work. Yeah.
Okay, great.
Not
Okay.
too much yet, unfortunately. But some of his dear friends are seniors at Colorado State University, and they are in film school there.
Oh.
And so they chose to do a documentary of his life
Oh,
as
that
their
is
project
so
that will be
cool.
released and everything. And so he called. He said they want to interview me
Ooh.
to be part of
Did
it.
you say I have my own
Cool.
microphone?
Which is sweet. Yeah, I was
I've got my
I
own
got the
lighting.
setup. I got the lights. Just tell him to come.
Come to Boulder.
Yeah, I got it.
Aw.
But it was here's the smile. He's very specific about the things to share or not
Mm.
share, right? Like, so
Yeah.
Mom, they're going to ask you about this. And let's
Yeah.
talk about this. I'm like, do you want me to say this? He's like, absolutely not. You do not say that. I'm like, okay, got it. And so it's just so
Yeah.
sweet because he's got an intention with this and he's letting them talk to me.
That's
Which-
cool.
Is a
Don't
risk because
fuck it
he
up.
will not be there,
Yeah.
right? And so he's giving me these guidelines, but at the end of the day, he trusts me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Makes me feel good. Yeah, it's gonna be good. This it.
Yeah, that's a wrap.
Do you want to talk any more about how we took care of your undercarriage while you were here?
Can we just all say thank you and cut this conversation
All
short?
right, that's it.
Thank
Let's
you.
call it a wrap.
Thank you, Nicole. It was the
Thank
best.
you.